Y'all, it is exhaust day and I am pumped. Very, very excited. I want to show you real quick what's all in the box. We're putting in a Zoom exhaust. Straight out of Thailand. This is their high mount version, so it'll tuck up kind of up here behind the turn signal and behind. I wanted to show you what comes in the box. So, exhaust, great. This is our link pipe, so this will come up from under the seat and connect into the exhaust. And this is what has the baffle in it. There's a bolt on there, take it out, throw it away, do whatever with it. Most tuners, when you're swapping out your ECM, will say not run this. And for good reason. I mean, it's very, very, very restrictive. You notice it goes from the full width down to maybe half the area, two-thirds the area. So we're gonna yeet that out of there. The other pipes we have, this will be our link pipe probably. So going from the header up to the turn under the seat. And then our actual header itself. All came really nicely packaged, like it's, it looks good. Welds are good. All of the stays are good. And it has a little package of hardware as well. So, I already swapped out my ECM. That was the previous video, which, hey, you know the drill, it's right there. That was the previous video, and we are ready to remove the stock exhaust. So, let's do that. I'm excited. Let's go. Removing the exhaust is surprisingly easy. Everything is 12 millimeter. Might want both specifically for up here. So, loosen this. You'll then loosen this. Come on, focus. Loosen this clamp here, and with those loosened and this removed, your muffler will come off. After that, you'll undo this bolt up here where it mounts to your body. That one was actually really tight on there for some reason for me. And then from there, you'll move to your two exhaust studs and take those off. And then the whole thing should just come out real easy peasy. I wanted to do a quick comparison. Those of you that have worked with exhaust before know that the overall length of an exhaust is really important. So the ones that are just like undermount, that don't have the twisty in them, you actually lose a lot of torque off the bottom end on those. So one thing I do like about this high mount is it is long. It's longer than the stock one, and I think that's great. That'll really help keep the torque up. And it's pretty thick. I'm excited. So I'm going to get this slapped in there and installed. Should be pretty, hopefully, easy. I say that, but we'll see how it goes. Things were going so well, and then I realized this does not work with stock turn signals at all. So, I'm gonna figure that out. I have other turn signals, I just haven't put them on yet. So maybe now is the time that I do that. Ooh, if you have a tail tidy, it shouldn't have been an issue, but I clearly do not. So we're gonna deal with that in a second. Well. So I believe in the last video I paused filming around Friday night when I ran into the issue with the stock turn signals being in the way, and it is now Sunday afternoon. I did actually have I did actually have the turn signal thing figured out by the end of Friday night. There's some stock stuff that's actually pretty clean looking. But then I spent all day yesterday working on a baffle, trying to DIY one, ish off of some stuff I already had and wasn't completely happy with that. So then I took it back out, and then I put it back in, and then I took it back out, and was messing with that yesterday. But to conclude this video, at least, of the installation, I figured I'd give you a final overview. Everything fits really well aside from the turn signal issue. I'm actually really happy with how the tail tidy turned out as well. And let's do a sweeping shot of that. So header install, a little bit of writing I've done on it actually has it bluing or getting some nice gold color in it. And coming up, has a nice aluminum stay in there, and actually that bracket's pretty beefy as well. And we're gonna come around to the DIY tail tidy, DIY-ish. This is actually a Kemimoto universal plate, so the actual plate carrier piece. Turn signals I had and had originally planned on putting them on eventually, and this just kind of accelerated the timeline. So there are amber turn signals underneath there, a little plate light, and then this steel backbone is actually what's underneath the plastic stock piece. And I thought it didn't look terrible, so I reused that, just gave it a quick black coat of paint, did a couple things on the wiring side, but otherwise it's pretty much stock. I think it turned out okay. It's pretty svelte. You still get a bit of the length. I haven't wanted to go to like a shortcut one yet, because I do actually enjoy the look, the extra length visually that having that plate back there gives you. So this lets me keep that, as well as, I guess, being a little bit more of a fender. Mess with the screen there. Okay, so yeah, that is the install. I have a sound comparison coming, but I'm waiting until I get the other baffle I ordered in. One that flows quite a bit more. Where did I put that at? Oh, right in front of my face. So this is the baffle that came with it. I did some measuring and a little bit of math, and at a 42 millimeter width, you get, I think it was 1,350 square millimeters of surface area, I guess not surface area that the gases can flow through. This restrictor takes it down to about 24, I think 24 was the number I used, millimeters in diameter, which then takes it down to like 450, something like that. So you're almost losing 2/3 of your area for the gases to flow through, and I wanted something that made it quieter, but still hopefully it doesn't hamper performance like that will. So to be determined what that all looks like and how that ends up, but look-wise, I love it. Fit-wise, I love it. It did accelerate the tail tidy thing a lot, but that's fine. It turned out okay. And yeah, noise and volume to be determined. We're working on that, so keep an eye out for that next video with the comparisons and everything. And otherwise, yeah, we'll see you then. Bye.